Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Augusti's Plants, and in today's video I'm gonna do the second part of my Hoya collection. I already made the first part. If you guys missed that, I'll leave a insert card somewhere here or here. But anyways, this will be the second part of my Hoya collection. For this second one, I want to include more of like the bigger size leaves, bigger Hoyas, and just like more expensive and rare. And I also want to include a few smaller ones here and there, and a good mix of in-betweeners, like Hoyas that are like medium size. So if you guys want to keep watching this second part of my Hoya collection, just don't move around, grab a snack, get some tea, get a soda, and let's just get started with my second part of my Hoya collection series. So I'm going to start with 3 Hoyas that I got. And it's a funny story here. So my mom was in Mexico taking care of my grandpa, and while she was in Mexico, I was online buying plants like usual. And so I was able to find some Hoya vendors near my mom's hometown. And so I asked them, hey, my mom is in Mexico, I'm in the States, I'm in Los Angeles, can I buy Hoyas and can you guys deliver them to my mom? And they said, yes, we can. So I went online, I purchased the Hoyas myself, and I just had those Hoyas be delivered to my mom's house back in Mexico. And then when it got time for my mom to come back, she brought them with her on her luggage, and thankfully the airport didn't say anything, and we smuggled Hoyas through the airport, and I have them here. So I wanted to start with those Hoyas, but I want to tell you guys this little funny story because it's crazy, and I'm just obsessed with the Hoyas because they were such a good price. They were such a good bargain. When I show you guys the Hoya, when I tell you guys the price, you guys are not gonna believe it. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so let's just get started with the first Hoya, guys. And let me just, are you ready? Because this is insane. Behold Hoya GLABRA, guys. Look at this Hoya GLABRA, guys. Oh my god, it doesn't even fit on the screen. Look at this Hoya GLABRA. So I got this from Mexico for $25, guys. This is insane. I got this for $25. The leaves are massive. Look at the leaves on this Hoya. They're just insane. So yes, it's growing a new leaf right here. You guys can, let me see if I can show you guys the new leaf that it's growing. They start out so small. Oh, I don't even want to touch it because I don't want to fall it. And they get so huge. Like, it grows huge leaves, and I mean, it's just a massive Hoya, guys. Look at this. Like, isn't that insane? And it has another one over here. Yeah, I got this for $25 back in Mexico, and this is my favorite Hoya, guys. Not only because it's insane, but because my mom was nice enough to bring it to me back from Mexico. So this Hoya, it's beautiful, but it also has like a backstory to it, which it's beautiful. The new leaves, let me show you guys a new leaf right here. This new leaf, look at it. It's a little bit darker green than the rest, but it's so nice and glossy. It's beautiful, guys, and it's insane, and it's just highly recommended because it's a fast grower, and it's just beautiful all over. Okay, guys, the second Hoya that I purchased from Mexico for, I believe this was $7. It's Hoya Jennifer. This is Hoya Jennifer, guys. Let's see if I could do a little closer look here, guys, on Hoya Jennifer. This leaf right here is new, the one that I'm touching right here. This one, it looks very reptilian, very, Jurassic and glossy. And these are the new leaves right here on the side. They're also nice and glossy. It has slight veining on them, as you guys can see on the leaves. It has very slight veining. This Hoya here in the States, it goes for like around $60 for like 2 leaves. Maybe like if you were to find it on Etsy, you'll probably find these 2 leaves right here for like $60. I got it for $7. I got it for $7 in Mexico. And it's a slow grower nonetheless. I've had it for about, I think, 5 months or 6 months, maybe less, I'm not sure. But it really hasn't grown much. However, the leaves are just insane and beautiful, and I'm really happy to have Hoya Jennifer in my collection. I had a co-worker with the same name as Jennifer, so Jennifer, if you're watching. Alright guys, and the last Hoya that I got from Mexico is Hoya WIBERGIAE. I know that this Hoya does have a different name, or it goes by a different name. I just don't know it. I was sold this Hoya as Hoya WIBERGIAE. I believe it's Hoya particilata now, but or formerly known WIBERGIAE, whatever. I am gonna call it WIBERGIAE because that's what I purchased for, and that's what I'm gonna keep it. So this Hoya here, beautiful leaves as well. Not as shocking as the other one, but still not less beautiful. Beautiful leaves as well, like always. Nice, beautiful leaves. This one, I noticed that when it gets hit by the sun, the white splashes that you guys are seeing right here. Let me see if I could do a closer look. So as you guys can see, guys, this splashes right here. When it gets hit by the sun, they turn pink, like this one right here. They turn pink. But look at it, guys. Isn't this Hoya gorgeous? It's beautiful. Like, I love it. And it's also giving me a little baby relief right here on the side. But look at the size of the tendril, guys. The tendril just, it's massive. It just keeps on going and going and going and going. Oh my god. Yeah, guys, so I'm really happy to have Hoya WIBERGIAE or particilata in my collection. So these 3 Hoyas that I just showed, they have a backstory to them. They were all from Mexico. They were all cheap. I don't remember how much I paid for this, but I don't think it was no more than $10. And I'm just really impressed with them, and I'm really happy to have them in my collection. And yeah. Alright, another Hoya that has a little backstory to it is my Hoya Joy. Right here, guys, look at my baby Hoya Joy. So the story with this one is that one of my friends here on YouTube, she also has a YouTube channel. Her name is Carly, or the Carly Flower. Me and her got it the same exact day, and it arrived for both of us the same day. So she called her Hoya Joy Gus, and I'm calling mine Carly. So Hoya Joy has a name. Her name is Carly, and you guys know why now. That's kind of the backstory to it. For me, it's a slow grower. Carly, however, when she got it, since we got it the same day, hers just grew massive. It just took off like none other. It just grew leaf after leaf after leaf, and it just became a full plant for her really quickly. However, for me, it really didn't. It took a while. It started growing leaves when I started to actually fertilize it. So this is a heavy eater. It does like fertilizer, which I don't provide my Hoyas with fertilizer. This is why this Hoya is not really doing much for me. But yeah, look at the leaves though. Aren't they insane? They're like chunky leaves, very slight splashing. It's just beautiful, right? Hoya Joy. And it has a nice tendril coming out over here on the side, if you guys could see it. Alright guys, another one that I got here is Hoya Flores Island. I believe this is Hoya 033 or AB 033. But the name of it is Hoya Flores Island. Look at it, guys. Look at this beautiful Hoya. This is one of the glossy ones. They're like, if it's wearing lip gloss, it's a nice glossy Hoya, guys. Look at the leaves, nice and shiny. Look at this one as well right here. Oh, they're so beautiful, guys. I love this Hoya. Let me do a closer look because I feel like this one is beautiful from a closer look. Okay, guys, so here is the leaves. You can see how gorgeous and shiny they are. They're just beautiful, beautiful leaves. It's a fast grower. Once established, once you find its sweet spot, it'll just grow like crazy. Look at those leaves. Yeah, and it's a beauty. It's a beautiful Hoya, gorgeous Hoya. This Hoya, it's a fast grower. It's beautiful. It's glossy, and I believe it has beautiful flowers. It hasn't flowered for me, but just know that if you guys get this Hoya, it's gonna be a fast grower. If you provide it with a lot of brightness, it'll do great. And a lot of it's a thinner leaf Hoya, so it does like to be wet a little bit more. So it's kind of like a slut in the sense that it loves getting wet, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful Hoya. Okay guys, here is another Hoya. This Hoya, it's grown a lot for me, and I already chopped it up 3 times. And Misha, if you're watching, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get a cutting of it. You already know this. So this is my Hoya Sarawak. This is my Hoya Sarawak, guys. Look at that. Isn't that insane? Like the leaves on this Hoya Sarawak. Right? Like, am I joking? You know, it's huge. It's a huge Hoya. Oh my god. The leaves are like circular, kind of like dinner. Oh my god, look at that. This is kind of like one of my favorite Hoyas. My mom loves it as well. I got this from Unsolicited Plant Talks from April. And it's just a beautiful Hoya. The leaves are just so immaculate. Like, I cannot describe the beauty of this Hoya. You just need to like stare at it and look at it. For you guys, if you guys ordered online or if you guys are trying to buy it online, do it. It's well worth the money. and you can always, you know, get cuttings and sell them online and get your money back, because I know these are expensive. But look at that. You see that? I'm just like, I'm gonna actually, this is gonna be like the screenshot, the thumbnail of my video. Okay, continuing with the theme of big leaves, let's continue with my Hoya bitalinoides. Look at this one, Hoya bitalinoides. This one also, this one was dying for me. This one was a Hoya that I was killing. It was not gonna make it. I thought I was gonna lose it, but nope, it's right here. It's alive, and she healthy, and she thriving. It has 3 leaves, but it also has a little tendril forming right there. You guys could see it. I have it in coconut husks. Very nice Hoya, huge leaves. These are not circular, they're more like on the narrow side, but they're like big and narrow. They're also thick and succulent, and the veining on them is just insane. You can see the veining on these Hoyas. It's just beautiful Hoya. Absolutely love this Hoya. The beauty of this plant is insane, and it's very expensive as well. I got this very cheap. I got this from Coco Ranch Hoyas. I got this for $45 as a 3-leaf with a vine, and the vine and the 2 leaves fell, and I was only left with this leaf right here, this one right here, and then I put it in coconut husks, and it's grown these 2 leaves and this tendril right here in the middle. So that's, I'm really happy with this Hoya. Thank you for making it alive. I love you. So we go from big, massive Mama Jamba Hoyas to Hoya RETUSA. This Hoya RETUSA, guys, it's giving me struggles. It's giving me white hairs. It's making me just not love it, but at the same time I like it. Right now is the time where it's actually taking off. This Hoya was dying for me, guys. It really was dying. It wasn't, I thought I was gonna lose it, and it's just popping back. It's just doing great. Something about this Hoya that I don't know is that I believe it's like a drama queen. It's bipolar. Some days he likes it, some days he doesn't. Right now it's liking life and it's growing. But a few months ago, it was only like 4 strands. So look at it now. I put it in the greenhouse and it's liking it. But there's a time in the year where I think in fall it doesn't like the greenhouse and it just dies. So then I bring it to my kitchen and it does well in my kitchen. And then while in the kitchen, a few months after, it doesn't like it and it dies. So it's like a Hoya that you need to be, for at least on my experience, I need to be, you know, moving it around because it just gets tired. It gets, you know, tired of the same place. So yeah, Hoya RETUSA. I don't like this Hoya. I have it because my mom likes it, and I'm trying to get this Hoya to flower, but if it doesn't flower, I don't care because I don't really like it. But yeah, sad to say this, but I'm being honest. Alright guys, so another small leaf Hoya is my Hoya Mathilde. I have 3 pots of Hoya Mathilde. This is one that I have made a video of propagating this plant and, you know, starting it from scratch. So here it is, Hoya Mathilde. It's growing kind of bigger leaves right here on the top, which I'm like, I don't like that it's growing a bigger leaves as opposed to the rest. As you guys can see, the other leaves are very, you know, tiny, and then this ones are like big Mama Jama leaves. But anyways, so this is Hoya Mathilde, however you guys call it. I love this plant. I like it a lot. It's very little. It's like a little miniature carnosa, like, you know, those little miniature pieces like tea-ware. It's one of those. It's very cute. It's a fast grower as well. It's growing a little baby leaves right there. It has a peduncle. It has a little peduncle right here. You guys can see it. Hi, baby peduncle. And you can see how much it's growing. It's just growing a lot. Let me show you guys now that we're up close. Let me show you guys these leaves right here. You see them? They're so big compared to like the other ones, right? Yeah. But yeah, this is my Hoya Mathilde. Alright guys, this one here is Hoya Pentaphiblia. This one arrived as a one leaf Hoya from I got this from Facebook. Look at the leaf. It's a nice little glossy leaf, and then in my care it's grown 2 leaves. I got this Hoya though about 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago, and it really hasn't done much for me. It hasn't grown a lot. It was a 1 leaf Hoya, so I am happy that it's, you know, growing a tendril. I think it's barely gonna start taking off. So there's really not much I could say about this. I think that the leaves are very nice, and the flowers are yellow, I believe, as well, with a pink center, so that's kind of cool as well. But yeah, this is my Hoya Pentaphiblia. Do you guys like it? Alright guys, I had to stop the video for a little bit because I had to get some water, but we're back in action. Continuing with Hoya Mini Bell. I feel like I'm gonna get in closer, guys. Hoya Mini Bell, guys. Look at this beautiful Hoya Mini Bell. Isn't she cute? I got this from Gardino, I think about a month and a half ago. I'm not sure. I believe like a month. No, like a month ago. And look at it now. It's taking off like crazy. I plopped this guy in the greenhouse and it's just loving life. It's growing nice and full. It reminds me of Hoya Shepherdii, which I will follow up after this. But yeah, Hoya Waiatii. Compared to Hoya Shepherdii, this one is a little bit bigger. The leaves are a little bit thinner, but they're also more softer at the same time. And they're very I don't know, I just like this one a lot. This one to me kind of looks more like a Hoya Cantiana. So there's Hoya Waiatii, there's Hoya Shepherdii, and then there's Hoya Cantiana. This to me looks more like a Hoya Cantiana, but apparently it's called Hoya Mini Bell. But she's cute, and she's loving life, and she's growing tendrils like crazy. So yeah, here's my Hoya Mini Bell. Alright guys, so yeah, so now let's move on to Hoya Shepherdii. Isn't she similar to Hoya Mini Bell? So this is my Hoya Shepherdii, guys. Now this one is a fast grower. You guys can see it's a huge grower. However, I have it in 2 pots. So the actual Hoya, it's in a 4-inch pot, but I have it inside a 6-inch pot. The reason why is because this Hoya, had I transplanted it to like a bigger size pot, I feel like it would have not produced many peduncles and it would not flower for me. I love this Hoya because of the blooms. It grows flowers that smell like a sweet honeysuckled, very fragrant, that I have it in my kitchen window. So when I go in to wash dishes or just to grab a cup of, you know, for the water or something, I get the whiff of the flowers on this Hoya. So if you guys have this Hoya and it has peduncles, let me show you guys a close-up because it grows peduncles all year round. Okay guys, hopefully you guys can see them right here. Here's the peduncle. You guys see this peduncle right here? So yes, that's just one peduncle. It has more peduncles, like over here on the vine. See that right there? That's a peduncle. Yeah guys, this Hoya just grows peduncles and it's just a fast grower and a fast bloomer, and it stays blooming all year round. And the reason why this Hoya blooms for me so fast is because I have it like in a smaller size pot, very compacted, with the roots are very, you know, like squished together, and that kind of stresses out the Hoya and it produces flowers. The way I like to make my Hoyas flower is just like that. Keep them in a smaller size pot and have the roots be really squished together so that the Hoya gets stressed out, and therefore it will grow a lot of flowers for you. So there's a tip. Alright guys, so keeping it on the theme of smaller leaf Hoyas, here we have Hoya Mini Cantiana. I got this from Gardino, and I'm happy because it started to grow leaves. This guy started growing leaves already, and I'm really happy. I was very sad, and I'm still kind of sad because it arrived so little, like it's very little. But it is taking off nicely, and so I feel like this plant will do really nice. I haven't changed it to what I was gonna do, which is transplant this way to coconut husks. So I haven't done that, but I will definitely for sure. And I'll probably make a video showing you guys how I transplant my Hoyas to coconut husks, because I already have a video, but I'll do probably another one just so you guys can see. But yeah, Hoya Mini Cantiana. Is she nice and cute? Alright guys, so here we have the next one here. This is Hoya Oblongacutifolia. I'm not sure if it has a different name, but Hoya Oblongacutifolia, guys. Look at it. I think it's a beautiful Hoya. It started to grow some yellow inner variegation in the leaves. I'm not sure if it's sick or if that's how the plant is. Over here, it's just nicely green. And then over here, this new tendril that it took off, it looks yellow, right? Is it just me or is it like yellow? Old side, new side. So yeah, Hoya Oblongacutifolia. I haven't seen anyone talk about this Hoya. This Hoya is just weird because I had it in the greenhouse and it grew like this. So I'm like, what is that? But yeah, Hoya Oblongacutifolia. Not much to say about this, as there is not much information out there online, but this is how mine looks. And I'm happy to have my Hoya, and Oblongacutifolia. All right, guys, another Hoya here. When I first got started in Hoyas, one of the Hoyas that I really wanted to have and I couldn't because it was so expensive was Hoya NUMMULARIOIDES, guys. And look at my Hoya. Now, it's not massive, it's not huge, but for me, this is beautiful. I had one of these before and I killed it. So I bought a little cutting of it, and then later on, a friend of mine traded 2 other cuttings. So I have 3 cuttings in this pot, as you guys can see. 1, 2, 3, which was able to make me a full pot of Hoya NUMMULARIOIDES. This Hoya was one of my favorite ones. I believe it's also called Hoya Bubera, but let me do a close-up. This Hoya has very nice, tiny, fussy leaves. Kind of looks like I don't know. It just looks very nice, and it's fussy. The leaves are very fussy. Like when you touch them, they're fussy and adorable, right? It's just beautiful. But anyways, this was a very expensive Hoya, guys. It used to be very expensive, and I noticed that now it's, you know, one of the cheapest ones or one of the cheaper ones out there, or like middle-sized price. I'm just happy to have this one. It's taking off really nicely. It rooted for me really quickly as well. It's a slow grower for me. I know that for a lot of people it grows fast, and it also grows a lot of buds and flowers. It hasn't flowered for me, unfortunately, and I'm kind of bummed out. Actually, when I got this Hoya, it had multiple peduncles, but they all dried out. So I am backed with no Hoya flowers on this one, but I'm sure that it will produce flowers for me sooner or later. Alright, guys, so here is another one. Here's Hoya GRACILIS or Hoya MEMORIA. I'm not sure what the real name of this Hoya is. Some people call it Hoya MEMORIA and others call it Hoya GRACILIS. I bought it as Hoya GRACILIS, and that's what I'm calling it, Hoya GRACILIS. This one, actually, you know what? For me, it's been a slow grower. I love the leaves. They have a slight splash. They're thin, and they're also kind of narrow and long, semi-long. I feel like it's a very nice Hoya. It's starting to wanna, you know, trail, so that's very fun. You can see right here. I know that a lot of people like to get this Hoya stressed because it does get like a purpley hueish look to it, and with a lot of sun it will get stressed out, so I cannot wait to do that with this Hoya. But right now I'm just letting it grow, and once it gets nice and lush, I will start stressing it out and making it, you know, all kinds of different colors. But for now, it's like this Hoya GRACILIS. Alright, guys, and so here is another one. This is my mom's favorite. This is Hoya, oh my god. So I have this one, I have it both ways. I have the regular green and I have this one. So this is Hoya Australis Lisa. You guys can see right here, Hoya Australis Lisa. Ain't she beautiful, right? She's beautiful, she's cute. And my mom loves it because it looks like Picasso art. So like it has yellow, it has green. The new leaves start out very nice and pink, as you guys can see right there. And as they get older, you know, they start to fade away and become more like a greener color with a light yellow. But look at the new leaves right here on the bottom. They're like pinkish. This is just a beautiful Hoya. And this Hoya used to be so expensive. I got this, the first time I got this Hoya, actually this is the Hoya. I got this Hoya like 3 years ago from Europe. I got it from Ukraine and I paid $72 from Etsy. Can you guys believe it? 3 years ago, this Hoya was $70 and I couldn't find it in the States. It was only like overseas. So I ordered it online and I paid almost $100 for it. And it arrived dead with only a few leaves alive, which were over here on the bottom. And then, yeah, it's just, I cannot. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's taking me so long. And this is such a slow grower. I don't think I'm taking good care of it. For having it for 3 years and having it like this, I don't know what I was thinking. Alright guys, so we're reaching the last 2 Hoyas. The second to last Hoya, it's Hoya Imbricata, guys. This one is called Hoya Dumplings. And I know that a lot of people don't like this Hoya because to them it looks ugly. I love it. This is what makes this Hoya unique. Look at it's growing a nice tendril right here. I also got this Hoya in a plant swap with one of my friends here from YouTube. She's a subscriber. And we sent each other some Hoyas. And this was one of the Hoyas. It was 2 leaves. And those 2 leaves grew to what you guys see right here. right? Isn't that just adorable? Let me do a closer look. Here is my Hoya Imprikata, guys. This is such a unique Hoya, guys. So this Hoya grows like little dumpling, like taco shells closed if you let it dangle. But if you give it something so that it could latch itself onto, it'll actually adhere to the surface of something and it'll look like a full-on open white tortilla, like that. But if you don't give it something so that it could latch itself onto, it'll just be like a closed taco like this, and it'll just dangle down the vines of the Hoya. Hopefully that explanation makes sense to you guys, because I'm done with this one. I love it. It's expensive. It's still expensive. It's a very hard Hoya to find. But I started to see it now more readily accessible on Etsy and Mercari. So if you guys are interested in a Hoya like this, probably check Mercari, or because they do have random Hoyas every now and then. Alright guys, and so Hoya Imbricata was actually the last Hoya that I showed in this video for my Hoya collection part 2. If you guys watched the video and you guys added any of the Hoyas that I have in my collection to your wish list, make sure to let me know in the comments below, and also give a thumbs up to this video so that I know that you guys like this type of videos. And don't forget to share this with your friends, your neighbors, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles. Also add me on Instagram, because I do a lot of Hoya care on my stories. I'm really active on Instagram. I do a lot of reels and all that stuff. So follow me on Instagram, follow me here on YouTube, because I will start selling Hoya cuttings, rooted Hoya cuttings. So follow me for that. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys found this video helpful and, you know, entertaining. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to water your plants, wear sunscreen, eat nice food, and like always, kapong karigato, kasamasta.